Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ron Patch Memorial Field here in Carbondale, Colorado. In this doubleheader against your Roaring Fork Rams and the visiting Liberty Common Eagles. First pitch going to be popped up. Left side, Cole Fenton under it. Called off by Weston Sherman. Makes the catch. One pitch, one out. On the mound for this second game is going to be Kenny Riley, right-handed sophomore, wearing number 7. So Bryson Weebler just popped out here in the very first at-bat of this second game of a doubleheader. We just had the JV game as the Rams took the win on that. Kenny Riley sets up. Here's the first pitch to Roman Galiendo. Ground ball to third. Max Seitel Hayes gets up, fires to first. Oh, in and out of the glove of Andy McMichael. Not in time. Good throw, but off the other side of things, couldn't get it going. So an E3 for Andy McMichael, and that'll be one runner on for Owen Hood. First pitch, Owen swings at. Shortstop Cole Fenton makes the catch. One pitch, one out. Max Frevert will be the batter, number 23. Playing right field. Riley sets. The first pitch. Called for a strike. Throw back to first. Almost in time. Good pick by Andy McMichael. Count is 0-1. Foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes on Max Frevert. Runner on first, 2 outs, the 0-2. Just above the zone, 1-2. Wind is picking up here. I swear it's only when I'm up here. During the JV games, there was no wind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes strike 3 call. Kenny Riley gets the backwards K. That'll be the end of the top of the first inning. No runs scored for the visiting Eagles. The Rams looking to put some runs up on the board early. Nothing to score. Leading off is going to be the sophomore right-handed pitcher, Kenny Riley. face off against Bryson Weebler. Here's the pitch. Out of bounds. Here's the 1-0 offering to Riley. That'll be called for a ball, 2-0. Ground ball to third. Called foul by Bob Richardson. 2-1. Two balls and a strike on the leadoff hitter. The pitch. Called for a strike in there. Or sorry, strike 3. No, strike 2. Strike 2. My apologies. Count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Misses high. 3-2 now. Ripped into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Kenny Riley just continuing his hot day as he reaches base for another time. He has just had a phenomenal day at the plate. He walked 3 times in the first game and reached off of 2 RBI singles. Now the batter will be Cole Fenton. He'll face another left-handed pitcher today, as will the rest of this Roaring Fork Rams lineup. Cole was hit in his first 2 plate appearances. Here's the pitch. Kenny Riley gets up and doesn't even have to get dirty. Stand up as that ball got past the catcher. Roman Galiendo, who pitched in the first game. The pitch. Again, another pass ball. Kenny Riley eats it up, and he'll go on to third. Back-to-back wild pitches, and all of a sudden, that single turns into a triple. Two balls and no strikes on Cole Fenton. Here's the pitch. Called a ball outside, 3-0. That'll be called for a strike at the knees, 3-1. Another called strike, back-to-back. Count moves to full now, 3-2. Runner on third, Kenny Riley. The batter, Cole Fenton. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Called for ball 4. Cole Fenton walks, and that'll bring it up to today's catcher. Noel Richardson played center in today's first game. Now is behind the dish. Donnie Reed will move to left field. Ground ball foul. Pickoff attempt, not in time. null and a 1 count after that foul ball. In the first game, we saw the Rams fall in just heartbreaking fashion. 13-14, the final score. The Rams were up, dominating the entire game, and then a 9-run 7th inning for the Eagles that propelled them to ultimately get the win. 1 ball and 1 strike on number 11. The pitch, Cole Fenton is off. That's going to be popped up. Left side. Can the third baseman make the catch? He cannot. That's a tough play. 1-2. One ball, 2 strike. The pitch. That'll miss high, 2-2. Watch out. Good base running by Cole Fenton. He'll advance 90 feet. Both runners in scoring position with a 3-2 count underway. Still no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. The Rams in a good position here to score. The full count pitch. Swung on and missed. Ethan Gardner will dig in. He is the designated hitter for Weston Sherman. First pitch, called for a ball, 1-0. The sky is blue, the clouds are white, everything looking great here in Ron Patch Memorial Field as that's inside 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. The pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Long pause from the left-handed pitcher. The pitch. That'll miss up. 3-1. Kenny Riley, batter at third, or runner at third. Cole Fenton, the runner at second. The pitch. Called for a strike. Little generous at the knees, 3-2. Walker knock, as they would say in the dugout. The 3-2. Called for strike 3. Ethan Gardner strikes out looking. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And the batter will be Donnie Reed playing left field, or right field, my apologies. First pitch to Donnie Reed misses, 1-0. That pitch will be in there for a strike. Count ties up 1-1 apiece. Looking to bring in 2 runs here, as he picked up a couple knocks and RBIs in game 1. That pitch misses high and away. 2-1. Rams looking to pick up their second win of the season. Should have had one just a couple of hours ago, but baseball gods were not on their side. That'll be called for a strike at the knees. Good pitch. 2-2. That'll miss. 3-2. That'll be called for strike 3. No runs scored, even though we had 2 runners in scoring position. Roaring Fork Rams still tied up with the Eagles. 0-0 going to the top of the second inning. Welcome back to Ron Pat's Memorial Field. As here's the first pitch from Kenny Riley here on the top of the second. As that misses high, 1-0. Leadoff batter is number 17, Carson Ford. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on and missed. 1-1. That'll be lined to left field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Weston Sherman all the way to the wall. He'll grab it as it's at the base of the wall under the Gallegos sign. That'll be a double for Carson Ford. Now Hudson Buchart will be the batter. Hudson ripped a double into left field, almost got over the wall for a home run, but he ripped one for extra bases in the first game. Here's the first, or no, here's not the first pitch. Looks like we're going to have some chatting with home plate umpire and the first base coach. Here's the pitch. And therefore a strike. 0-1. No balls and one strike. Here on Buchart, the pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2. No balls and two strikes. Looking for his second strikeout. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, weak contact. Max Seitel Hayes charging. Gets up, fires to first. In time for the out. Carson Ford will advance to third. 1 out for Wyatt Frevert. Wyatt Frevert, wearing number 10, playing center field. There's the first pitch. Popped up, right side, almost hit my car. Very, very close. Frevert behind 0-1 with a runner at third. Here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch from Riley. That'll miss high, 1-1. I know the audio just sounds awful. Here's a 1-1. Called for a strike at the knees. 1-2. The pitch. Called for a strike. 2-2. The pitch. Line drive center field. Benelvin makes the catch. Runner tags in time. The throw home. Not going to be on line or in time. First run comes across the board in form of a sac fly. That RBI will go to Wyatt Frevert. Looks like some problems from the dugout. Marcus Carter will be the batter. Kenny Riley, 2 outs. Nobody on. Here's the pitch. Called for a strike. 0-1. Marcus Carter, the catcher. He was catching in the first game. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch to Carter. Oh, just missed. Two outs, 1-2 pitch. Lined into right field. Donnie Reed makes the catch for the third out. The Eagles put 1 run up off of a sac fly into center field. The Rams trail 1-0. Welcome back to Ron Patch Memorial Field here in Carbondale, Colorado, as the Roaring Fork Rams are taking on. Oh boy, forgot again. All the teams meld together. The Liberty Common Eagles. Thank you. I reminded myself finally. I won't mess that up anymore. Max Seitel Hayes will be the leadoff batter. First pitch swung on and missed. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. That'll miss low. 1-1. It is 4 o'clock here in Carbondale, Colorado. We've been playing baseball all day long, and it has been a pleasure. That'll be called high. 2-1. Weebler sets the pitch. 3-1. Max ahead in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. In there for a strike. 3-2. Ball 4. Max Seitel Hayes takes his walk. No outs. Looking to tie this thing up. If not, give us the lead is Andy McMichael. The first pitch. That'll miss high. 1-0. Andy is among the group of sophomores here on the team, as Roaring Fork is ridden with them, which is not a problem. It's a lot of good young talent, especially to start at the varsity level. That'll be popped up. Playable. Incorrect. Definitely not playable. The wind is not liking me right now. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch. High. Runner is off with the pitch. Mike Seitel Hayes slides in safely. Two balls and a strike. On number 3, first baseman Andy McMichael. The pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2. That'll miss. 3-2 now. Bryson Weebler, left-handed pitcher on the mound. The 3-2 pitch. Called for strike 3. That'll be in there. Backwards K for Andy McMichael. And the batter will be Ben Oldham, playing center field today. The pitch fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Rams trying to get themselves on the board with a runner on second. The pitch to Oldham. That'll miss. Max Seitel Hayes up. And we'll put the brakes on about 1/5 of the way off the bag. 2 balls and 1 strike on Ben Oldham now. Seitel Hayes a runner at third, a senior, with Oldham at the plate, also a senior. The 2-1. Ground ball at the middle. That should score a run. Throw to first. He appeared off the bag, but nevertheless, that'll be a run. Those are 3 big missed calls I believe he's had all day long. It's unfortunate. Game tied up now. Charlie Phillips will be the batter now. That'll bounce. 1-0. One ball, 1 strike. That'll be chopped to third. Called foul. One and 2 on Phyllis now, as that was called foul. No runners on. Game tied at 1 apiece. 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd. The pitch. Tapped foul. Staying alive. Here's the pitch. Called low. Good call by the umpire. 2-2. Weebler tied up with Phyllis. Who will win? The pitch. Swung on and missed. Weebler took the win at that at-bat, but allowed the first run of the inning. 1-1 the score here at Rompatch Memorial Field. Dinery throws down to second, and we are underway here in the top of the 3rd inning. The Rams tied up with the Liberty Common Eagles. 1-1. Leadoff hitter will be the 9-hole hitter, Gus Weber. The first pitch to him. Called for a ball. 1-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Riley to Weber. Swung on and missed. 1-1. I find I'm relying off the scoreboard a little bit too much, and whoever's running the scoreboard is quite often wrong. The 1-1 pitch. Called for a ball, 2-1 now. Here's a pitch from Kenny Riley. Ground ball to second base. Charlie Phillips, easy to McMichael in time for the first out. Lineup will flip back over to number 19, left-handed starting pitcher, Bryson Weebler. Called for a strike. 0-1. Weebler swung at the very first pitch of the game, flew out to left field. The 0-1 pitch just missed. 1-1. One ball and one strike with one out. Game tied up at 1 apiece. That'll bounce way in front of the plate. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Swung on and missed. Big swing from Weebler. 2-2. Noel Richardson behind the plate. He was in center field in the first game. Center field is now being patrolled by Ben Oldham. The 2-2. Just missed. 3-2. It's a good spot to miss. Could set up a fastball. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Cole Fenton over to McMichael, and time for the out. I worked with Cole before the game, just working on some short hops and some easy ground balls. As he made, they weren't errors, but a couple mishaps in the field that led to some extra runs in the first game today. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Here's a pitch to Roma Galindo. Called for a ball, 1-0. One-out pitch. Foul away. 1-1. Good swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. Just got a piece of it, tapped it away. 1-2. Two strikes in the at-bat. Here's the pitch. That'll bounce. 2-2 now. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the third. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Kenny Riley gets the K for the 3rd out. No run scored here in the top of the 3rd inning. That strikeout is brought to you by First Bank, Banking for Good, and A&B Bank, committed to our community to serve with strength, talent, and the security to fulfill all customer, personal, and financial needs. And to Bank of Colorado, to uniquely serve our community with strength, stability, and the service and values. And Retreat, a place to connect and gather to restore your well-being in the Utah mountains. Your journey to wellness begins here. And to Terra Lake Structures, sustainable building. Thank you very much to our sponsors who made all this possible with all the financial support I would need to broadcast here on GrassRoots TV, YouTube, and Facebook. I am your play-by-play and color commentator, Brooks Chatman, senior at Roaring Fork High School, the voice of the Roaring Fork Rams. You are watching the Roaring Fork Rams versus the Liberty Common Eagles here on GrassRoots TV, YouTube, and Facebook. 1-1 is the score going to the bottom of the 3rd. Welcome back to Ron Patch Memorial Field as we're going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Kenny Riley will be the leadoff hitter. He had a single up the middle for a base hit in his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Almost hit him. Just almost. I mean, I don't know how it missed him. 1-0. 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the 3rd. That'll be called for a strike. 1-1. The Rams are looking to bounce back. They've had a couple tough games here early on. Some heartbreaking losses, some just barely lost games. But we're looking for our second win here early on in the season. Called for a strike. 2-2. Drop 3rd strike, throw to first in time for the first out. The Rams are 1-5 right now with no league games played. No one's played a league game yet. 1-2 at home, 0-1 away, and 0-2 at neutral sites. We've had a lot of neutral locations, even though some have been reassigned to home games. So far this season, we've scored 36 runs while allowing 54, so not the best margin you would love to see. Our lone win came against Littleton, 11-0 mercy rule win, as that's going to miss outside to Cole Fenton, 1-0. The Rams then went on to Castleview, lost by a score of 10-0, and then earlier today a 13-12 loss. That was just in heartbreaking fashion. Two balls and no strikes on the left-handed hitter Fenton, facing left-handed hitter Weebler. That misses low. 3-0 now. Cole walked in his first at bat. It was on a full count pitch. After today, the Rams have a long break. Today being the 23rd of March. The next game is going to be April 2nd. April 2nd. How many days ago? So there's 30, so 8, 10, 10 days? 10 days from today. But it's nothing compared to Liberty Common. They had a lot of games rescheduled due to weather, as that's called for a strike. 3-1 now. They played, or it's been 16 days since they played a game due to weather constraints and rescheduling, as that's going to be swung on and missed. 3-2 now. One out here in the bottom of the third. Full count pitch. Line drive. Oh, it hits the pitcher. He gets up. Can't make the play in time. Man, props to him for getting up and making the play, or attempting to make the play. So that'll be a single for Cole Fenton, and he roped that thing. I mean, that was high 90s exit velocity. Walking it off. He appears to be okay. Looks like it just hit him in the foot, so he should be all right. He's going to get a couple of pitches just to get back in the swing of things. So following that single will be Noel Richardson. He'll come to the plate. Claps from Ron Patch Memorial Field fans. And we're back in play. Cole Fenton, the runner at first. One out, following a Kenny Riley strikeout. Now the batter will be the catcher, number 11, Noel Richardson. The first pitch to him from Weebler. Inside for a ball. Good eye. The pitch fouled away. Cole Fenton would have had that bag stolen easily. 1-1 count with one out. One run apiece here in the bottom of the third. A lot of ones going on with number 11 at the plate. Max Frevert almost let that get past him, but not without the outstretched arm. 1-1 still after that pickoff attempt. The pitch. That'll miss low. 2-1. Rams' next opponent will be Smoky Hill. Then after that will be the Trent Gosha tournament, where we're face off against Montezuma Cortez and Grand Junction Central, as Cole Fenton will get down and dirty with a stolen base. So assuming we beat Cortez and Grand Junction Central, we will then move on to the last game of play. that opponent is waiting to be assigned to us is because we don't know who we're playing. Assuming we win those 2 games. Then after that is when league play will start. We're going to face Olathe. Ground ball, ugly finder. Right at Marty Batson. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on number 11. That'll miss high. 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning. Runner on second. Fenton. The pitch. Called for ball 4. He flips his bat and takes a trot down to first. 2 runners on for Ethan Gardner. Ethan struck out on a backwards K in his first at-bat. That was in the first inning. See what he can do here. First pitch to him. And their first strike. 0-1. One pitch. That'll miss high. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to be tough to get to. Oh, no one's on the bag. Bases will be loaded. That was just a miscommunication up the middle. Second baseman thought he was going to just touch the bag himself. Shortstop knew he was going to flip it, but no one was home. So bases loaded for Donnie Reed. I don't even know what to score that. That has to be an error. We're going to call that technically E6 because he flipped it to nobody. Even though it's not really his fault. But baseball is not fair like that. Right fielder Donnie Reed, number 23, digs in. First pitch gets past him. Cole Fitton makes a break for home. He'll get there standing up. The Rams have a 2-1 lead now after a pass ball. That is what I am talking about. Needed something like that. Just needed some luck our way. We have the lead back, but no lead is safe against Liberty Common, as we saw a 9-run top of the 7th inning just a couple hours ago. Donnie Reed in a 1-0 count. The pitch to him. Just missed. 2-0. Fly ball would score Noel. A single would probably score Noel and Ethan. The 2-0. Just got a piece of it. 2-1. The pitch. Misses down away. Noel Richardson. A break for home. Another wild pitch and another run comes across for the Roaring Fork Rams. Three and one out. Number 9, Ethan Gardner at third base, with Donnie Reed, number 23, at the plate looking for an RBI. Another RBI. He had a couple in the first game. The 3-1 pitch. Inside for ball 4. First pitch to Max Seitel Hayes. He walked and then stole a base. Runner is off with the first pitch. Donnie Reed. Perfect execution. Ethan Gardner looked like he was making a break for home, and that allowed Donnie Reed to get in there with no fret whatsoever. So now both runners in scoring position. This is how you play Roaring Fork baseball. This is Marty Madsen philosophy. Get runners on, get some movement on the base paths, dink a couple singles. You don't need all these fancy doubles, home runs, triples, You just need to get on base. Bunt attempt. That's going to be a pass ball. Another run will score. Donnie Reed takes a turn. But we'll head back. That is 3 runs now off of wild pitches. Ethan Gardner scored. Noel Richardson scored. And Cole Fenton all scored from pass balls. Last season in this annual doubleheader, the Rams had their way with Liberty Common. 8-5 in the first game, which doesn't seem like we had their way. But then you go to the second game. The final score was 24-1. The Rams put an absolute onslaught on. That's going to be a ground ball to third. That'll score another run. Donnie Reed comes across in time for the out at first. RBI ground out for Max Seitel Hayes. The score now should be 6-1, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that is the fourth run. It is the fourth one. Donnie Reed scores. Max Seitel, RBI ground out. So the Rams put up 12 in the very first inning, and then Liberty Common answered with a run of their own. And then just continued to put it on. 4 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third, and 5 runs in the fourth, and that was the end of the game. 17 hits to 1. That one hit for Liberty Common. Let's see, what was that one hit? Oh, I can't find it. No stats were entered. Swung on a miss by McMichael. 1-1. Bryson Weebler, left-handed pitcher, still on the mound after a 4-run third inning. The 1-1 pitch. On their way. Bounces, almost hits McMichael on the ankle. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. That'll miss low. 3-1. I do apologize to anybody. This is no excuse, but my voice is just very tired. I am not my usual self. I do feel a little bit under the weather. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That'll miss low for ball 4. Andy McMichael walks to extend this third inning. That'll bring in Ben Oldham. Looks like Coach Sparks is going to have a little conversation. Oh, my goodness. The wind. Got to have a little conversation with Bryson Weebler. Looks like we might have a pitching change. Might have a pitching change. Not too sure. No, we are not going to have a pitching change. Just, I'm not sure because he pointed at somebody, pointed at the third baseman. Last name's Hood. Owen Hood. That's what's going to happen. So Owen Hood's going to go get loose, and they're going to have the right fielder number 17, Carson Ford. It's going to come and play third. And then number 20 is going to go out and play right, as Owen Hood is going to get loose and ready to come in and pitch. All makes sense to me now. Ben Oldham will be the batter. Grounded out to third in his first at bat. It was a good play by Owen Hood. McMichael leads off of first after drawing a walk. The pitch. Inside. 1-0. Runners off. And he's digging deep for third. The throw, not in time. Andy McMichael turns a walk into a triple, taking advantage of the pass ball. Might have been a wild pitch. Regardless, McMichael is on third, and Oldham's in 2-0 count. This bottom of the third inning has lasted quite a long time. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Inside. Backs him off. 3-1 now. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 3-2 now. Three balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. The pitch. Outside for ball 4. Good eye. Extends this bottom of the third. Runners on the corners for Charlie Phillips. Charlie struck out in his first at-bat, and it looks like we are going to have a pitching change. Owen Hood, I assume, will be the pitcher. And it will be. So Bryson Weebler's day is done. 2 2/3 innings pitched, 5 runs allowed. How many hits? 1, 2. 2 hits, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 walks and however many wild pitches. But on the brighter side of things, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts. So 6 strikeouts in 2 2/3 is not bad whatsoever. As Owen Hood gets his warm pitches, I'll come back to you once he's over. Owen Hood's done with his warm-up pitches, and we are underway back in the bottom of the third inning. Runners on the corners for Phyllis. First pitch in there. He threw it. Wow. Some good velocity. It looks faster than it did in the warm-up pitches, that's for sure. 0-1. Hood was playing third in the first game, also playing third in this game. The runner is off with the pitch. Strike is in there. Throw back to third. Hits Andy McMichael in the ribs off of the ricochet. 0-2, but Ben Oldham gets a stolen base. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. The pitch. Popped up, short right field. That might drop. It will drop. Ben Oldham scores. Andy McMichael scores. And Charlie Phillips gets lucky. Finally does Charlie Phillips get a little strand of luck. RBI single, Charlie Phillips. 6-run, bottom of the third inning. 7-1 the score. Another set of RBIs here in this third inning. A lot of came by the wild pitch. Max Hytel Hayes joined in on the RBI party. Charlie Phillips on the RBI party. And now Roaring Fork has batted every batter 1 through 9 here in this bottom of the third inning. First pitch to Riley and therefore strike 0-1. Riley struck out in the first at-bat of this inning. His actual first at-bat was a single up the middle. That's ripped up the middle. Oh, my gosh. What a rocket. That was roped. That was a rocket off the bat of Kenny Riley. He's got 2 singles up the middle today and 1 strikeout. He's 2 for 3. Now the batter will be Cole Fenton. Hit a single, stole a base, and scored a run. That's bounces in front of home plate. No movement on the base paths, though. 1-0. One-0 pitch. That'll miss high and away. 2-0. 2 runners on for the Rams. Phyllis at second. Kenny Riley at first. With 2 outs in the bottom third. We've done a lot of damage with 2 outs. The miss is high. 3-0 now. Three balls and no strikes. Anticipating loading the bases. The pitch. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. Cole Fenton has walked and singled here in the first inning. Ducks on the pond for the Rams. If something silly happens here, we could get a mercy rule territory. Fenton at first, Riley at second, Phyllis at third. The pitch. 1-0. Noel walked and scored a run earlier this inning. Struck out in his first at-bat. That was in the first inning. Sky deep left field, but that goes foul. He got all of that one. Oh, my goodness. If only he straightened that out. 1-1. Two outs in the bottom of the third. 6-run bottom of the third, that is for the Rams. That'll miss low. Charlie Phillips on his way to home. The throw home, not in time. Kenny Riley will come on now. That's an errant throw. The throw home, not in time. 2-run score off of an errant defensive play by the pitcher-catcher. 2 more runs, an 8-run third inning, and the Rams have a 9-1 lead here in the third. And Cole Fenton ended up at third base on that. Just need to score 2 more. We are in mercy rule territory, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like a new pitcher will come on. It's Owen Hood. Pitched, and he's already out of here. And this guy pitched in the first game, but I forgot his name. It's Max Frevert, I'm pretty sure. We are back. Max Frevert will be the new pitcher. Noel Richardson in a 1-2 count. The pitch misses low, 2-2. This is Noel's second at bat of the inning. Three balls and one strike. Here on number 11. The pitch. Ball 4. Gets past Cole Fenton. Good base running. Another run scored. That is a 9-run third inning for your Roaring Fork Rams. And we have a 10-1 lead. We're only just about halfway through this game. Not even halfway through this game. I was just talking with umpire Bob Richardson about, time limitations. There is no time limitation in high school baseball, but there is a pitch limit. Both Max Frevert and Owen Hood both pitched in the first game. The most you can throw in a single game a single day is 110. And Liberty Common has taken advantage of that 110 for sure. As Owen Hood's gotten a good bit, and I bet Max Frevert's pretty close as well. So now the batter is Ethan Gardner. He's ahead in the count 1-0. Ethan's first at bat here in the inning was a E6. He later scored a run. That'll miss. Two balls and two strikes on Ethan Gardner. Forever taking a long look at second. That'll miss low. 3-2. Two balls and two strikes. The pitch to Gardner. Just got a piece of it. 2-2. Once more. My media card's going to run out of film. This inning's taken way too long. The pitch popped up. Should be playable for the first baseman. He'll make the catch for the third out. Rance put up 9 in the third. Score is 10-1 going into the top of the fourth inning. I apologize. Marty Matson was asking me a question. So where are we? We are in the fourth inning. We are in the top of the fourth inning. Batter will be Roman Gailindo. He is playing left field today. Oh, that is not Roman Gailindo. Who is that? Well, whoever it is. Oh, it's Owen Hood. Mike, I am all over the place. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that is Owen Hood. Yes, Roman Gailindo. How did he end the last inning? I did not write that down. So it looks like our scoreboard is turned off. So I know he has a strike on him. And I know that was a ball. So we're at least in a 1-1 count. Here Here is the pitch from Riley. Center field. It's going to get down. That was just hit in such a perfect spot. Nobody could get there. So Owen Hood gets a single. I only have 1 hour left on my media card. This is not good. This is not good at all. I'm most likely going to run out of space. That's just, these two games have taken forever, and I'm not used to recording back-to-back games. The pitch misses low. 1-0 on Max Frevert. Throw back to first. Good attempt by Noel, but nothing going. Popped up, that's going to go foul. Believe the count is 1-2. Lined into center field, Ben Oldham charging. That's going to get down for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Liberty Common Eagles. And they've got something cooking here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. On number 17, Carson Ford. I got water balls falling all over the place. It's just awful. Popped up, out of play. So our scoreboard's back up. It's a 1-1 count, 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning. 2 outs. That's not right. Yeah. 1-1 count, no outs. That's going to be popped up. Out of play. One and two. On Carson Ford. Here's the pitch from Kenny Riley. Out of play. We'll do 1 and 2 once more. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Line drive foul. Wind is picking up. My media card is running out of time. First and second are the runners. 1-2 count. Nobody out. The pitch. That'll miss high, 2-2. All right, so the last half inning just ended. The Liberty Common Eagles just put up 4. Just some walks and singles hit by pitches. Just Kenny Riley couldn't really get it all put together, but ended the inning with a nice snag and gave it to Andy McMichael for the 3rd out. So the score is 5-10 going into the bottom of the 4th. Rams still have a 5-1 lead, 5-run lead. And the leadoff batter will be Donnie Reed. Bob Richardson's laughing at me. Because I'm all cold up here, that's probably why. Here's the first pitch. Called for a ball. We are underway. New pitcher for Liberty Common, number 17, Carson Ford. Carson Ford was playing right field. Now on the mound. He did not throw any pitches in the first game, so he could throw 110 right now if he wanted to. So Mitch is high. 2-0. It is getting very chilly. Very, very cold here on Ron Patch Memorial Field in Carbondale, Colorado. Windy Carbondale, Colorado today. The 2-0 pitch. Popped up. That's going to go foul. Oh, no. Oh. Almost hit my car. Just barely missed my car. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Up and over Donnie's head, 3-1. That's going to be ripped into center field for a base hit. Donnie Reed roped that. Now Max Seitel Hayes will be the batter. Max walked and then hit a RBI ground out in his 2 plate appearances up to this point in the game. Looking to add on to this Rams 10-5 lead. First pitch to him. Almost hit him. Lot of hazing from the dugout. 1-0. Should have, to be fair, definitely should have let him, he should have taken it into the ribs. Runner is off at the pitch. No throw. Donnie Reed. Unsuspected. Well, actually, quite suspected. Donnie Reed plays running back for the Roaring Fork Rams. So I'm not too surprised. I'm more surprised because he trucks everybody. So that's probably why there's been no third down, is because they're just afraid that he's going to truck him. So 1-1 count on Max Seitel Hayes with a runner in scoring position, that runner being Donnie Reed. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. One pitch. Here comes. Way down and away. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. On Seitel Hayes. The pitch. That'll miss. Donnie Reed advances to third. He's going to come all the way around. Donnie Reed in there safely. Good base running and quick base running from your right fielder and catcher, Donnie Reed. Another run across for the Rams, 11-5 the score. Beautiful base running so far today for the Roaring Fork Rams. Three balls and one strike on Max Seitel Hayes. Here's the pitch. Called for a strike, high and in. 3-2. A lot of defensive adjustments for Liberty Common. Now, I don't know well enough to tell you those defensive adjustments, but I know there are some, as that's going to be popped up. Got to go foul, 3-2. Max will be followed by Andy McMichael and Ben Oldham, and probably more to follow. Wind is picking up. Three balls and two strikes. The pitch. Driven deep right center field. Max Seitel Hayes up, and that's going to get down for extra bases. Max Seitel up around second. He's going to third. He's going to eat. He's going to be held up at third. Max Seitel Hayes with a triple. He smoked it to the opposite field. Looks like the one against Littleton. That ball was pieced. Now digs in Andy McMichael. First pitch to him. That'll miss low. 1-0. The wind is only bad during varsity games, I swear. During the JV game, it was beautiful. I mean, it was just perfect. The wind was non-existent. As that misses upstairs, 2-0. Seitel Hayes, the runner at third. The infield playing in. The pitch. The catcher probably lost his pitcher a strike there. 3-0. Three balls and no strikes. The pitch. Misses low for ball four. 4-pitch walk to Andy McMichael. And the batter will be Ben Oldham, number 10. First pitch to Oldham. Grounded foul. Runners on the corners. RBI opportunity for Oldham. The pitch. Runner is off. Swung on and missed. No chance. Another piece of Madsen majesty, Madsen art. The philosophy that Marty Madsen teaches to Roaring Fork Rams players is just unmatched to any other program, probably in the entire United States. And it's all due to old man, Marty, old man Madsen. No balls and 2 strikes on Ben Oldham. Time called. Pitch bounces. Nothing going. Oldham grounded out and then walked. Picked up a stolen bag along the way. So he's 0 for 1 today. 5:30 is the time here in Carbondale. Still got plenty of daytime left. Hopefully not enough ball game left because I want a mercy rule, especially after the heartbreaking defeat just a couple of hours ago. Bird on the field. Bird on the field. 2-2 now. Both runners in scoring position, McMichael and Seitel. The pitch to Oldham. Misses down and away. Max Seitel Hayes breaks for home. He'll get in there standing up. Doesn't even have to run full speed. And the Rams put up another run. The second run here in the 4th inning. Nobody out still with a score of 5-12. So the count will be full on Ben Oldham now after Seitel Hayes came around to score. Three balls and 2 strikes. McMichael at third. Oldham the batter. Defense playing in. The pitch. Ball 4. Oldham walks for the second time. The batter would be Charlie Phillips. He hit a 2-run single in his last at bat. He finally got a strand of luck. Charlie's been quite unlucky recently. He's got a lot of barrels, probably lined out more than anybody else on the team. Lined out in the sense of catching a barrel and it just found a glove. Oldham, the runner at first base. McMichael, the runner at third. The pitch to Charlie. Throw back to first. Not in time. Runners off the pitch. Ben Oldham down to second. Not in time. The Rams just play such a good brand of baseball. I mean, it is just unbelievable. Another stolen base for Oldham, the second of the game. Nobody out. 2 runners in scoring position. Infield playing in. And outfield's playing at a normal depth. 1-0 pitch to Phyllis. Hit him in the helmet. So he takes it in the back of the head. Bases will be loaded. Nobody out. For Kenny Riley. The only reason I didn't react too bad, I know what I said sounded bad, but it was not thrown too fast. And, Phyllis got up, or didn't even fall to the ground. Just looked up and smiled. Now Kenny Riley, bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch. Thought I missed high, 1-0. Last inning I had trouble tracking at bats because we had to get so many batters up to plate, so hopefully here we don't run into that problem. Actually, I hope we run into that problem, but for me personally, I hope we don't run into that problem because it's a problem because we're doing so good and I can't track how good we're doing. Here's a 2-0 pitch to Riley. Ground ball to third. That's going to be a tough play. That bounces over the third baseman's glove. He's got no play. Kenny Riley smoked it past the diving glove. Hold on. Max Frevert And then the shortstop, number one, Hudson Buchart couldn't make the play. 13-5 is the score. As Andy McMichael comes around to score, Kenny Riley with the single. That would be called for a strike on Cole Fenton, 0-1. These two games are very good for the Roaring Fork Rams. They put up a lot of runs. That misses down and in on Fenton, 1-1. Fenton walked, hit a single, and then walked again in the same inning. The pitch. That'll miss down and away now, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. High and away, Ben Oldham making a break for home. He'll score. Another pass ball. Liberty Common Eagles are having trouble with their backstop. The Rams put another run up on the board. Five to 14. Who scored? That was Ben. Charlie Phillips at third. Kenny Riley at second. No runner at first, with Cole Fenton, the batter. Here's the pitch. Got a miss high. 3-1. All right, it's ball 4. I am slow. Ball 4. Noel Richardson will be the batter now. He walked and scored a run in the last inning. Bases juiced. All the ducks on the pond. The pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-0. The Rams have just scored so many runs. Actually, I mean, yes, 14's a lot of runs, but we've just been in a lot of long innings. 14 runs across, well, gosh, only 3. There's still nobody out. 2-0 now. So with the mercy rule, if we're up by 15, then that'll be the end of the game, as that's going to be grounded up the middle for a base hit. Kenny Riley's good around base. He will follow Charlie Phillips. 2-run score, RBI single for Noel Richardson, your captain. Kenny Riley scores. Charlie Phillips scores. 16-5 is the score now. This is definitely what the Rams needed. After having a couple scoreless games, getting shut out, this is a big confidence boost going into spring break, as now Roaring Fork High School and the rest of the Roaring Fork Valley is on break. Today at the ballpark, we have camera lady Sue. She takes a lot of pictures for all the sports I'm running for, because that's going to be tapped to third. It's going to be a tough play. Fires to first. In time for the out. Beautiful play. So Ethan Gardner grounds out 5-3 for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. We still got a lot of ball left. Coach Sparks coming out to talk to his players. Number 10 and number 23 are coming out. So number 10 will come back in. He's Max Frevert. He's going to go play center field, it looks like. And then number 23, Wyatt Frevert, will come and play first. No, number 23 is Max. Number 10 is Wyatt. So Wyatt's in center field. Max is at first. So we got our score booking figured out here. Long bottom of the 4th inning. Almost feels longer than the bottom of the 3rd, where we put up 9. Some warm-up pitches. Or it's same pitcher. Same pitcher being Carson Ford. Right. Yeah, Carson Ford. Yes. I feel extremely unprofessional this game, so anybody listening, I do apologize. It's been a very long day of baseball, which has been a lot of fun. Absolutely, don't get me wrong, but it has just been a very long day of baseball. So with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, the Rams have 2 runners on. It's going to be ripped in the center field. That's going to get down for extra base. No, that'll be a single. RBI single for Donnie Reed. 2 runs score, Cole Fenton and Noel Richardson, your 2 captains. And the Rams up 18-5. So with Donnie Reed at first, let me see if I can put that down anywhere. Donnie Reed attacked at the first pitch. Max Hightail Hayes will be the batter. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. Two and 0. Here's a pitch. Called for a strike. 2-1. One out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Rams have put up 8. They put up 9 back in the 3rd. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. The hitter being Max Hightail Hayes. Throw back to first. Try to pick off Donnie Reed. It's not in time. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That'll miss high, 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike. Oh, boy. The wind just comes out of nowhere. I mean, it's crazy. 3-1 pitch. Oh, that hits him in the back. I know that doesn't feel great. That does not feel good. It is chilly. It is chilly. Oh, it is just right in the center of the back. I just know that doesn't feel great. So now Andy McMichael will be the batter. I just got a little chill through my spine. First pitch to McMichael. In there for a strike. Rams lead by 13. 2 more runs would get them in mercy rule territory. Here's the pitch. Called for a strike. Back-to-back strikes. First time we've seen that in a while. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Misses for a ball, 1-2. 2 away now. As McMichael strikes out. Just need 2 runs to get in Mercy Rule territory, as Ben Oldham will be the batter. That gets past. Both runners will be in scoring position. This is a good spot. So if I do have a correct understanding, if Max and Donnie both score here, and it doesn't matter how, the game should be over. It should be a walk-off. So if Max is able to come across and score, and so is Donnie, that should be the game. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. The Rams have scored 8. Oldham sets. Ready's the pitch. That'll bounce. Good block. 2-1. Two balls and a strike now. With 2 outs. The pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2. A single up the middle would score 2. Should walk things off for the Rams. 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Here comes. Called high, 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Charlie Phillips will be the batter. He got hit by the pitch in the head in his first step out of this inning. Let's see what he can do here in the second. If he can just get on somehow. Driven. Left center field. Tell me that's... Oh... Man, just stayed up. Phillips cannot catch a break. 18-5 is a score. Your Roaring Fork Rams going into the top of the 5th inning. I'll see you next time the Rams hit.